Hey, what's going on YouTube? Welcome to Post Cologne. Today I'm going to be unboxing 3 Middle Eastern fragrances from the House of Nusuk. So let's jump into it. Alright, so today we're taking a look at the House of Nusuk, which I am brand new to. I've never tried anything from the House of Nusuk, and I'm pretty excited to get into this. I've heard very little, to be quite honest. I've heard a couple rumblings here and there of some fragrances from this Middle Eastern clone house, but like I said, never had first-hand experience. All these came from Maison de Arabia, which is a new discounter that they recently got in contact with me. Said, check them out, they got some good prices, they got some brands that are a little tough to find where I'm from here. So they got like Riffs, Le Gazelle, Nusuk, Rahana, some great brands, great prices. Links will be down in the description if you decide you want to shop with them. So let's quit screwing around. Let's get into it. All right, so first up from the House of Nusuk, we are going with Amber Oud. Now you can pick this bad boy up for $30 and not really an original name, to be quite honest. I don't know how many Amber Ouds are out there, but whatever. Let's dive into this, see what we're dealing with. All right, so there we have the box presentation for Nusuk Amber Oud. Very straightforward cardboard box. Got a little bit of a metallic gold with some kind of dot pattern on it with some texture and a bit of a wood grain sort of feel going on here. It's actually got a little bit of texture as well, but overall just plain old cardboard box. Let's see what the bottle looks like. So there we have the bottle presentation for Nusuk Amber Oud. Nice, thick, heavy bottle. This is really actually quite heavy in my hand. Nice, thick glass base to this. And I do kind of like that pattern they have out front of that dot texture. It did get a little scuffed up right there in the top there, but whatever. Overall, bottle pretty nice. Cap on this is a really lightweight plastic, but it does have some thickness to it, so I don't think I'm gonna break it. Kind of a nice little pattern design up on the top of that cap. And the atomizer on this sucker. Ooh. Powerful atomizer on this. Will definitely get the job done. But what does this smell like? So immediately out of the gate, just smelling this in the air, this is a rose oud fragrance. So that's what we're gonna get for the most part here, but let's try and see if there's any other nuances in here. Dive in, see what we're dealing with. Yep, so right away, off paper, this has got a nice, almost fresh, very delicate style of rose, a very rosy style of rose, very floral style of rose, and a oud that's mixed in here. So very rosy, oudy, as I mentioned, smelling it in the air. Has some additional sweetness that's going on to this as well, but it is very soft, very elegant, very kind of exotic style of rose oud fragrance right now. Very, very nice. Even though I don't own it, I have smelt it a handful of times. The Lancôme Oud Boutique, that's a very rosy oud style of fragrance. That's pretty much what you're getting with this one. That additional sweetness, I believe, is coming from like a praline. There's a little bit of vanilla that's in here, a very soft, smooth style of vanilla. But again, what you're getting first and foremost and front stage star of the show is that rose oud, why can't I say that? Rose oud accord that is coming through. That is the star of the show. That is what's happening. But nice little bit of touches of additional sweetness in the background, but very much that oud bouquet sort of vibe going on to this. Yeah, and as this is opening up a little bit more, that oud is starting to come forward a little bit more. So a very Middle Eastern vibe, very much has that rosiness to it, but that oud is starting to kind of balance out against that rose, becoming a little bit more strong, a little bit more, not pungent necessarily, but more prominent would probably be a better word. So far, what you would expect from a rose oud fragrance with a little bit of additional sweetness, a really nice, smooth sort of blend going on to this. So let's skip to the dry down, see what happens there, and we'll go from there. All right, so we're back with the dry down of Nusuk's Amber Oud. It's been just about an hour, let this settle down, do its own thing. Not a whole lot's changed. Still very much a rose oud style of fragrance. That praline and that vanilla that's in there has come forward just a little bit, but it's still tucked behind those main accords of that rose and that oud. That praline has that sugary, almost caramelized sugar sort of vibe going on to it. And that vanilla is nice and soft, has this kind of almost creamy style of texture, but again, it's rose oud. That's the main players of this. Really well balanced, nice and smooth. It's just a really nice put together style of fragrance. Very much a unisex fragrance. I would say, for me personally, I find rose oud fragrances to be a little bit on the feminine side. Some people might disagree, and that's completely fine. But I'm not a huge rose oud kind of guy. I have to really be in the mood to pull this off, but overall, I think it's a well put together fragrance. The quality on this is really good, and for 30 bucks, I think this is a pretty good deal if you're looking for that Lancôme Oud Bouquet style of fragrance with that rose oudiness. So overall, pretty good fragrance. That's Nusuk's Amber Oud. All right, up next from Nusuk, we're going with Vision pour Homme. You can scoop this one also for $30 at Maison de Arabia, and I don't know anything about this one, so let's just dive in. All right, so there we have the box presentation for Vision pour Homme. Just a cardboard box, a little bit of a design up front, but it's a little bit different how it opens here. It opens from the side, I believe. Oh yeah, it does. Oh yeah, there we go. And there's our bottle inside. So let's take a look at the bottle. We're still not done with the packaging here. Within the box, we have a additional cylinder here. Has a bit of a wood grain style of texture to it, I believe, and kind of a thick tin casing to this. So let's get to the bottle. All right, so there we have the bottle presentation for Nusuk Vision pour Homme. I have seen this from the Rihanna line. I'm not too familiar. I might be being completely naive right here, but I've seen Rihanna do the exact same thing. So I'm not sure if there's like a name change here or like the same company. I don't know, like comment down below if I'm just super confused or what's going on. But bottle, a very thick, heavy bottle. Again, has a very thick glass base to this. Cap on this is another lightweight one, but it's still got a little bit of, you know, thickness to it. So I wouldn't break this with my hand. And the atomizer on this, nice atomizer on this. Good distribution, definitely get the job done. What does this smell like? So right off the jump, just smelling this in the air from testing that atomizer, we are dealing with a blue style of fragrance. Has some sweetness, has a little bit of aromatics going on, some citrus that's in the air, has a little bit of a spice to it as well. So let's get this on paper, see what we're dealing with. Yeah, so right out the gates, just smelling this off paper, you get some nice citruses. You get like a tart bergamot that's in there, a little bit of grapefruit. There is some pepper or some spice, a bit of a nose tickle kind of spice there. And there's this like aromatic woodiness to it as well that's coming through. And this additional sweetness. I can't pinpoint where that sweetness is coming from. It could be maybe coming a little bit from that citrus note. Not sure yet. It is a little bit more kind of an earthy style of sweetness. So it's almost like a kind of a sweet patchouli. It could be a tonka that's mixed in there as well. It is a very blue style of fragrance, but it has a little bit of a greenness to it as well. So it's not like overly green, but it has this aromatic woodiness to it that's just kind of steering it away from that shower jelly blue style of blue fragrance, even though it's still got that kind of mass appeal, crowd pleasing blue edge to it. As this is opening up a little bit more, it is kind of reminding me a little bit of Dylan Blue, Versace's Dylan Blue. Yeah, citruses, it has that black pepper sort of spice that's going on to it, mixing with like a little bit of an ambroxan sweetness, I believe that's what's coming through, perhaps some green patchouli style of sweetness, some of that tonka, and there's a little hint of like some almost balsamic churchy incense that's kind of working its way through. Very much an inspired by of a blue fragrance, and I'm thinking this is more of a Versace Dylan Blue style of fragrance right now, but very pleasant, mass appealing, crowd pleasing style of fragrance to this right now. Enjoying the opening, very smooth, very well blended. So let's skip to the dry down, see what we're dealing with. All right, so we're back with the dry down of Nusuk's Vision pour Homme. It's been about an hour, let this settle down. This actually went from having that kind of earthy tone I was talking about, where it kind of pushed it away from that shower jelly vibe. It's gone back to more of a blue style of shower gel kind of sweetness, a little bit of freshness. It still has that little bit of spice that's in there. It still has a little bit of those earthy tones, but the earthy tones did kind of trade places with that shower gel blue sort of vibe going on to it. And it's really quite nice. I enjoy that kind of little bit of spice to it. It's a blue fragrance with just a little bit of like a dash more of black pepper than I'm used to. Again, it has that saffron in there, giving it a little bit of texture, more of a texture than it is like a saffron forward note that's coming through. And it very much has that Dylan Blue sort of vibe going on to it. Quite enjoyable, mass appealing, crowd pleasing, like I said at the very beginning. I do enjoy this. And again, it's very well blended. The quality on this is really nice. For 30 bucks, I think Nusuk's doing a really good job with this fragrance. So overall, pretty impressed with this. If you're into blue fragrances, if you like that Dylan Blue, a little bit of spice added to a shower gel blue style of fragrance, you might want to check this one out. That's Nusuk's Vision pour Homme. All right, and last, but hopefully not least, we're going with Nusuk's Fawah. Now, just like the other two, you can pick this up for 30 bucks at Maison de Arabia, and I have no idea what this one's about. So let's jump into this, see what we're dealing with. Oh. All right, so there we have the box presentation for Nusuk Fawah. By far the nicest presentation of the bunch here. Has this kind of metal, maybe a plastic style of gold plate on front with It's really kind of cool pattern that's there. So really nice visual display of this. And it is a nice thick cardboard that does open up like so. Ooh, it's got a nice velvety bed that this is sitting in right there. Really nice presentation for 30 bucks. This is quite nice. Impressive, impressive. And here we have the bottle for Nusuk's Fawah. Kind of a nice tapered shape to this. Again, really thick base. This has a very kind of elegant, gentlemanly, I don't know, refined, sophisticated sort of look to this with kind of an odd shaped cap to this, which definitely has some metal in this. This has some weight to it overall. So cap on this is pretty nice. And the atomizer on this sucker. Great atomizer on this, just like the other three. But what does this smell like? Right off the jump, just smelling this in the air, this has got that paco rabanne Phantom Legend style of Centicord going on. It's got citruses, lavender, some sweet notes in there, a little bit of vanilla. So that's pretty much what they're going for here. But let's get this on paper, see what we're dealing with. Yeah, so the initial opening of this is very zesty style of lemon, has this nice clean style of aromatic lavender that's working in there. This fresh style of apple, so there's some sweetness coming from that apple, but it's got this real freshness to it as well. A little bit of patchouli that's in there. It's got like almost kind of not a dirtiness to it, but it's got some boldness to it. A little bit of a bite to this patchouli that's coming through, and a little bit of that vanilla playing in the background that's coming from the base. So like I said, overall this is a very zesty style of opening, but it has those clean aromatics, this kind of crispness to it as well, with those added sweet notes. A very, very nice opening. As this is opening up a little bit more, that lemon is quickly fading into the background, and this is becoming a little bit more aromatic with that lavender, that sweetness coming from the apple, the vanilla is coming forward a little bit more. So it's get this like smooth, creamy vanilla that's working with that nice fresh apple, and that earthy tone that's coming through from the patchouli, getting a little bit smoky as well. So it's a nice contrast between some aromatics, a little bit of kind of some bold earthy tones with that sweet accord that's working with the apple and vanilla. Very, very nice. Yeah. Quite enjoyable. This is a nice balance of those citruses, aromatics, a little bit of that bold earthiness, and that sweet tones that are coming through. Quite enjoy this one. Very mass appealing, very crowd pleasing fragrance as well. And it does very much remind me of Paco Rabanne's Phantom Legend. It has that same sort of scent accord going on to it. So let's skip to the dry down, see how this turns out. All right, so we are back with the dry down of Nusuk's Fawah. Just like the other ones, been an hour, let this settle down, do its own thing. And this, the lemon in this definitely dropped back. It was a very zesty lemon style of opening, but this has really fallen off. What I'm left with here is that lavender, this vanilla, a little bit of those earthy tones kind of accenting on the sides, and a little touch of vetiver is kind of poked through. But for the most part, what you're getting is this really nice, kind of airy, soft, smooth style of vanilla, mixing with this cool, soothing, aromatic style of lavender, with just little hints of that apple still remaining. Like I said, those earthy tones kind of dancing around the edges, just giving it a little bit of character, a little bit of that masculine sort of vibe, that little bit of boldness that you get from like a smoky patchouli, and that vetiver poking through, just adding a touch of woods. But it's really just kind of a lavender vanilla forward style fragrance. Very enjoyable, very nice, has that freshness to it, also with that sweetness balanced out, really well put together. The blending on this is really good. There's nothing really competing with itself. The quality is great. There's no sort of synthetic vibes going on to this. So overall, I'm pretty impressed with this Nusuk fragrance, and for 30 bucks, I think this is a good pickup if you're into that kind of scent DNA. Very much that Paco Rabanne Phantom Legion style of scent accord going on to this. So 30 bucks. I think they did pretty good. That's Nusuk's Fawah. All right, so there you have it. That's 3 clone fragrances from the Middle Eastern house of Nusuk. Pretty impressed for my first impressions of this Middle Eastern fragrance brand. I've, like I said at the very beginning, never experienced Nusuk, and I am impressed. The quality is definitely there. There's no sort of cheap sort of vibes going on to it. And I think what they were trying to clone in each case here, they did a pretty good job. 2 for 3 in terms of my personal taste. I like that Dylan Blue clone with the Vision. I also liked the Fawa with that Paco Rabanne Phantom Legion style of DNA. Not a big Oud Rose style of fragrance kind of guy, but I think they did a good job for what that fragrance DNA is supposed to be. So pretty impressed with Nusuk. I'm pretty stoked, but I want to hear from you guys. What are some other Nusuk fragrances that I need to check out? Comment down below. I love hearing from you guys. Love getting your hidden gems, recommendations, taste and scent profiles. Appreciate you. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you all next time.